Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gids. Thank you for joining me for today's video. So for today's video, I thought I would just do a very kind of casual, chilled video, just talking about my newest purchase from the house of Jo Malone. This is a fragrance from their Lavender Land collection. I've wanted this for some time, and this one is called Wisteria and Lavender. I'll just show you the fragrance because it's packaged beautifully. Jo Malone always do the best packaging, and yeah, always an A1 experience in Jo Malone. So yeah, as I said, this is a Lavender Land fragrance. Just get rid of the tissue paper. They did have 3 fragrances in the range, but this is the one that I went with because I just love this one. This one is called Wisteria and Lavender. So this is a limited kind of edition range that Jo Malone do. Every so often they have these limited edition ranges which they release, and this one is all about lavender, as I said. Now, this one is called Wisteria and Lavender. Before I get the notes, I'll just spray it on my card just to kind of give me a reminder of the smell. Wisteria and Lavender is definitely a more modern take on a lavender fragrance. I do like lavender as a note in fragrances, however I find fragrances which, or the smell of lavender just itself can be, for me personally, a little bit jarring. I do appreciate the smell, but lavender can be a little bit overbearing. But this is definitely a fragrance which has got lavender in it, but it's very kind of modern, clean, and very, very fresh. So if you like the idea of lavender, but you've not really found a lavender fragrance which works for you, definitely check out Wisteria and Lavender. I did check out the 3 fragrances in the range, but this is the one that I think spoke to me the most, and really just easy to wear. Like, Jo Malone are known for having these very easy to wear type fragrances which are not too overly complex. They're not kind of offensive as such. They're just very pleasant, very easy to wear fragrances, which is what I actually love about Jo Malone, and I think a lot of people do as well. So in the top of the fragrance, sorry, I'll just go into the notes. In the top of the fragrance, you have English lavender. In the heart of the fragrance, you have heliotrope and you have wisteria. Now, I think heliotrope is what gives this fragrance a slightly powdery touch, and wisteria is a floral note, which kind of gives it more of that kind of floral touch without it being too overly floral. And then in the base you have musk, which I think is a white musk. So it gives it a kind of clean, very fresh, easy to wear scent, and kind of just grounds it really, really well. Performance wise, on my skin, this fragrance lasted about sort of 4-5 hours. Yeah, about 4 to 5 hours. I'd say it was nearer the 5-hour mark, which I was quite pleasantly surprised with. I know a lot of people find that Jo Malone fragrances do not really last on their skin, but some people say they do last a long time on their skin. So it does depend on, obviously, skin chemistry and, you know, where you're applying the fragrance, etc. I apply fragrance to my clothes as well, so I'm not always worried about fragrances which people say do not perform well. I mean, obviously you do want to smell your fragrance to an extent, but you know, it's not something that I get super stressed out about. Overall, it's just a very nice, pleasant scent. I think this would be perfect for like work, or for someone who doesn't really like very, very strong scents. So this is gonna sit closer to the skin. It's not gonna be beast mode. It's not gonna be loud and project all across the room, but that's okay. I find that sometimes when you just want something calming and easy to wear, these types of fragrances come in perfectly for that. So definitely one to check out if you like those types of fragrances. As I said, I think this range came out earlier this year, and Jo Malone's limited edition releases, I don't know how long they last. I think it's just until stocks are available, and then once they kind of have sold out, then it's kind of done. So I did actually purchase this from Harrods when I went, I think it was last week or the week before, and fortunately they had a couple more left in stock, but they are selling out quite quickly of this range. Yeah, really, really love this. Look forward to wearing it, and actually I think I'm probably going to wear this more kind of evenings, maybe to bed, things like that, after I've had a nice hot shower and you just want something kind of easy to wear, clean, fresh, this is definitely one I'm going to pull out. Yeah, so that was really my review of Wisteria and Lavender. It is definitely a unisex fragrance, so in my opinion it doesn't lean too masculine, it doesn't lean too feminine, it kind of leans sort of straight down the middle. As I said, it's got this kind of clean, very simple, easy to wear quality about it, not too fussy, not too complex, and definitely quite a modern interpretation of a lavender fragrance. I really like it. I think Jo Malone did a great job, as they always do. Yeah, really look forward to wearing this. I am a bit disappointed it didn't come in a bigger size. As I said, this is 30ml, so once it's done, but you know, at least if I want to take this with me to work, or if I want to take it out with me, it's a practical size, I can do that. So yeah, that was my review of Wisteria and Lavender. So I did finally just want to address this whole John Boyega and Jo Malone controversy, because I feel like it's a bit of an elephant in the room situation. If you don't know the full story, I don't really want to go into the full kind of ins and outs, but basically the treatment of John Boyega has left a very kind of bad taste in my mouth. I know that there are so many problematic brands, and there are so many brands and companies and corporations who don't always act in a very socially responsible way, but I do think reshooting a whole campaign and not making your brand ambassador aware, who actually wrote and directed the very campaign that you're reshooting, was in very poor taste. I don't support cancel culture, I'm just going to say that. I don't support cancel culture. I think brands should learn from their mistakes. But going forward, I will be more considered in what I purchase from Jo Malone. But as I said, I always get amazing customer service when I've gone into Jo Malone. The staff are lovely, they're always very attentive. And I kind of just feel, why should the whole company, everyone from the sales staff, across all platforms, have to suffer because people at the top made very poor decisions? Now I know it wasn't just a few people that were involved in reshooting their campaign. There must have been a lot of logistics of doing it. However, it doesn't make it right. Anyway, I just wanted to address that, and just wanted to say thank you so much for watching and for supporting my channel. And if you liked this review of Wisteria and Lavender, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, guys.